We are back.
Yo, we're back.
Where's my face? There's my face.
There you are. We're
What's up?
live.
We're live. What's up, everybody?
It's been a minute.
We're here. We're back. Everything looks like it's working right now. It has been a minute. It feels like it's been a minute, but it hasn't been that long.
No, I feel like it's been a while since Zoom in this setting.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah, it's been a
the
while since we
luxury.
had a nice
We had the
Zoom.
luxury of doing it in person the last few episodes.
Right.
I
is a
missed
luxury.
that. It felt like we were out of quarantine, out of the pandemic for a brief moment in time.
Yes. Well, welcome. I also think we have like two different lives going on right now. There's the other one and could be wrong. Anyway, forget about it. Welcome back, man. You were just in Puerto Rico, huh?
I was.
How was that?
That I don't look tan enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Normally you come back with a nice glow.
Yeah, well, like I was explaining before to you, we took the responsible route this time and got sunblock because after being indoors for months in New York, you go straight to the Puerto Rican sun and it's just like, boom, you just get fried the first day. So we took responsibility. We're grown-ups now. We got sunblock at Walgreens and
it was probably more of a skate trip, right? Than like a layout on the beach and get a tan trip.
Yeah. We only went to the beach one day, I think, maybe like a day and a half, 2 days. But yeah, the last two times I went to Puerto Rico twice last year, but the first time it rained literally every single day, so we barely got to skate. And then the second time there was the earthquakes that were happening, so it was like just the whole island was just like a madhouse, and it also rained almost every day too. So this one finally got to skate every day almost, skated a lot of street, which is good. I was trying to wrap something up that I'm working on with Butter TV. And since it's too cold in New York right now, we took a trip to Puerto Rico and we got a lot of stuff done. So hopefully we could come out with something good for you guys.
I will say this right now. It's my own biases. I've seen some of the tricks. One, I love your skating. I'm a huge fan as always, but you put out some real good moves coming out. And I've always loved Butter TV's stuff. Like,
yeah, I'm happy to be working on it with him too. Cause I like you, same thing. I've been a fan of his stuff for a long time and I haven't had like a section of myself in a long time. So to see something come together finally will be really cool to see.
Yeah. Especially like, man, like JP hasn't put on a bad thing and you don't put out a bad thing. And,
nope.
And over there. Yeah. It's going to be exciting. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you're coming up with, man, because I've seen some of it and I'm happy I haven't seen all of it, but because I don't want it to be watered down when I see it. But what I've seen so far, I'm stoked, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, sick. Thanks. It's like when you were working on your thing too, like that's kind of when I started working on this too. We were like swapping clips back and forth, just hyping each other up. Even though you're in California, I'm in New York, we were still hyping each other up. We were like, yo, we got this sick clip. And we would like send it to each other and shit.
Yeah.
It was really cool. That's like kind of what I was doing in Puerto Rico too.
That's
just
awesome.
Keeping you updated, letting you know that I
Please.
still got some moves.
Please. No, it's the same. And like, Bellino does that too. Like when he was like filming for his parts, he was in the first part, like he sent me some of his clips and then because he did 2 VODs this year and he sent me like the first one and all that stuff. Like before I'd seen like all the clips. And then when he was doing the second one, I was like trying not to see it. I was like, don't show me till it's done because I want to just be hit.
You want it to be a surprise?
I want to be hit with it. You know what I mean?
You want the full experience. That's the full experience.
Exactly.
Damn, I feel you on that. I feel you.
But yeah, we have an incredible guest for today. I am really stoked that we have Erik Bailey on. It's been, I chatted to him yesterday before this episode and it was just so good to reconnect. And I'm really happy to have him on and go more in depth today with you. And I know you have experience with him with everything. And he's so many in the community he's had experience with. So can't wait to get into that. But before we get into that, we got to do a couple of things.
What's before that?
Well, we have my spiel, but we also have a sponsor for this episode. What should we do first?
Do the spiel first. Do the spiel first.
Okay, great. Guys, welcome. If this is your first time here, I would invite you to please follow us on all of our social media platforms. Go to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So when we have these live episodes, you get an alert on your phone. You can stop what you're doing if you have the time and watch what we're doing and enter and leave as you please. Please go to our Instagram, give us a follow. Go to our Facebook, give us a like. We have iTunes. Go there, give us a 5-star rating, a review. And if you like what we're doing and you want to be a supporter, we also have a Patreon. You can be a Patreon for as low as $1, and we have exclusive Patreon content, as well as we have 3 pieces, which are tricks. We have setup things, and we are working on new segments right now for the Patreon. So stay tuned to that. And yeah, also please, if you're doing it on YouTube, share, comment, hit the like button. If you're watching us live right now, hit the like button.
Hit that button.
Hit that button.
Hit that button.
Hit that button.
We need a soundbite for that.
Yeah. Well, we need a soundbite for, I think we should probably upgrade to getting a soundboard at some point.
I got to talk to you after the show. That's something we were supposed to talk about before too, but continue. We'll talk about that.
Okay. So we'll get into that. Hopefully we could level that up. But yeah, so thank you for bearing with me, because I know people who do watch this podcast on a regular basis, they hear my spiel all the time. Sometimes at this point, you're probably rolling your eyes. Maybe we should do a pre-recorded spiel. Someone should think about.
To save your voice.
Someone should think about, just so it comes up professional. Just like think, go right to it. But yeah, so
the next meeting we'll do that.
We'll think about that.
The next Jump Street official meeting.
Yeah,
get all the boards on. I want to, along those lines, want to give a shout out to some of the new Patreons we have this month to support us. We're gonna give a shout out to, I didn't practice any of these yet, so Juan Zavala, Matt Ardeen, Brent Bowery, Mo Greaser, Will Jenkins, Bill Reese, Zoltan Brett, like that name, Zoltan, Nathan Howe, and Bray Dornbach. Thank you guys so much. We have a bunch more Patreon supporters, but I'm saving for the next episode as well. Like Billy said, if you want to check us out, we have a link in the description to our Patreon page, and where you can listen to us on all of our platforms. So check that all out.
Yes. And our Patreon goes to us trying to add stuff to the show. So hopefully we could make it better. We just went out, did a 3-part thing with Chris Edwards. We were able, thanks to our Patrons, to be able to, fly out to Pittsburgh and spend a few days there, get that 3-part thing done with Chris Edwards. And if you haven't seen that, please check that out. We also have to announce the winners of the contest. But so
do you have that, or do you want me to do that?
Yeah, no, I could do that. All right. So for the contest, if you guys are familiar, we just had a contest with Them Skates and Birth, and it was a giveaway
and Caltech.
That's right. Caltech, Birth, Them, in collaboration to give away skates to a parent and a kid, whether it be an aunt or an uncle skating with their niece or nephew, whether it be a
father, son, mother, daughter,
father and son, mother, daughter, whatever the case. Sorry, I was just finding the email. I was kind of
I was doing the same thing too. My bad.
Yeah, but quickly, I'm going to read. Firstly, Birth would just like to thank everyone. There were over, and us too. We received over 50 submissions for this.
That's really good.
It was incredible to engage so many people in this contest. So for everyone who participated, we just want to say thank you. Yeah, we just want to say thanks. The purpose of this was to engage the younger community, because we really got to plant those seeds in the community, and just also it's a really good thing to parents with their kids, right, to share those kind of things. So that being said, we want to announce the 3 winners of the contest. It's Jared Whitby, Paxton J. Blader, and Ben Zeno 94415. So those are the 3 winners. So
yeah, congrats to everybody who won.
Whitby, Paxton J. Blader, and Ben Zeno 94415. We want to say thank you to everyone who participated in the contest. And Birth also has added a couple people to their pro team. They would like to announce that over there when they get the chance. It's Eton and Otto Bolanos. That's a completely separate thing. Cheers to Birth. They'll go on about that. But yes.
That's awesome. There was a lot of submissions for that. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, congrats to the winners. Sorry, I was kind of trailing off and reading that, and apologize.
Yeah, no, it was a lot, but there was a lot of people who submitted, and I was very impressed with the amount of submissions that were given. So congrats to all the winners, and it was great to see everyone skating with the kids. And check out Birth Legacy. So yeah, we have, moving on, we have what do we have next? You want to talk about our sponsor for this episode?
Absolutely. Okay. We have a sponsor who came out and support us, and they're going to be supporting a lot of episodes for the year, and we want to give them a shout out. There's a trailer. It is Blank by Rollerblade. And do you have the trailer set up, Austin?
I do. I am ready to go. So check out a little preview of what they have to offer from their team: Cameron Talbot, Sean Keen, and Sven Bokerst. Boom, that's Blank by Rollerblade.
Blank by Rollerblade. Shout out to the new sponsor of the podcast, the official sponsor of Jump Street Podcast.
Hell yeah. Happy to be a part of that.
We're getting some feedback that it was a little
choppy.
Totally. We're getting a little feedback that it was a little choppy, and we are actually
next week it'll be fixed
into new options because
next week it should be fixed.
We might be leaving. We're going to be leaving Zoom actually. So as Zoom has been helping,
that's a partnership. The Zoom partnership is a partnership that won't last forever. The Blank by Rollerblade partnership is one that's coming together right now. So we will have that fixed next week.
It's great.
Yeah, we'll have that fixed next week.
Yes.
Great skating from Sean Keen, Cameron Talbot, and Sven Bokerst. It's sick to see Sven still killing it like that, by the way.
Yeah, Sven is on one, man. I actually want to talk to him. I want to get him on at some point this year. So
we will definitely have Sven on.
Talk to him.
Definitely. Should we invite?
He's like 40 something, still ripping. It's been like over 20 years.
And a lot of street skating too, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. We're kind of going back and forth. Let's bring in our guest.
Let's do it. Everybody, please welcome the man himself. Hopefully he's done eating his tacos by now. Erik Bailey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Bales.
What's up?
What up? You done with dinner?
I am.
Okay, I thought you were gonna save some for the show, but I guess that's even
no,
better.
no. A little beer.
You can save that for the show.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, I know Bill's jealous.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Cheers.
A little water though. It's good for you.
Yeah. Staying hydrated.
It's good.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Good
It's
seeing
been.
you. Are
It's
we
been.
on?
We're on.
We're on. We're live.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know how this shit works.
Yeah, no, we're on, dude. We're on. We did the little preview
All right.
before. Now we're going. Yeah, welcome, dude.
Thank you, dude. Good to be here. Good to be on.
Yeah, this is sick. I haven't talked to you in like years.
Dude, it's been years.
Probably, right?
Definitely more than 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's years.
Late cup or something.
Oh, I remember. I think I remember the last time we hung out.
Yeah.
And was it Stockwell's house?
Yeah.
Yeah. We accidentally threw a rager at Stockwell's house without him knowing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that happens.
You remember that, Billy? You were there that day.
That was when I drank his last fucking Sculpin or some shit.
Yeah.
So butter.
Yeah. Stockwell did not think fondly of you that night when you invited 20 people over and drank all
that shit up.
Oh, does he? That was such a funny night.
That was a long time ago, though. I think I've seen you since then.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, but it's all like the same setting. Blade Cup, maybe Jeff's house.
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always classic seeing you and Jeff interact in those kind of scenarios.
Brothers from another mother, just fucking bickering away.
It's like you two and like Tori, I feel like.
Over exactly.
Well, he's like the big brother. He's the like mediator.
Yeah, the regulator, right?
Yeah. He keeps us cool. Come on, boys, lower your voices.
Yeah, you two get into it like the brothers for sure.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, Bales. Normally in this podcast we start like at the beginning, go through people's story, but I was thinking maybe we can get to that, but I kind of wanted to start somewhere in the middle. Or somewhere around it. I just wanted to pick a place and go there, and maybe we can go there together.
All right.
probably one of the most obvious things, but can we talk about like the epic sweat stands? Like you have so
Yeah, you
many.
getting right into it, huh?
But no, can we just, I just want to like right off the bat, and then we can get into, because I want to know about, you've been around forever, dude. Like a lot of people don't know that, dude, you were like competing in contests in like the, you know, the 90s, you know what I mean? And you've been around and like winning those, like one of the first times I met you, you won New York NISS in 2000. You were true fish braining the super tall wall from the mini and all this stuff. So like a lot of people don't know you've been around like doing this for a real long time, but I want to get into the sweat stance first. I just want to straight off the bat talk about that, because I've heard some stories about that thing, and I saw the photo the other day and I was like, that has got to be one of the most epic photos.
Dang, what'd you hear? There's like some sweet urban legend stories surrounding it.
No, I just heard that it just like took a long time, and then you were almost, you know, I don't know. Talk to me.
Well, yeah, I guess so. You know what? I had saw someone else had already done it. I think, gosh, what was his name? Sexy David, dude. Sexy David,
Sexy David
from Sacramento. He had like back farfed it or some shit, like way back in the, like, that was the first thing I had ever seen of it. And then so I was like, holy shit, that looks like UNR, Reno, where I used to live.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I was driving through one day because it's, you know, you got to cut through Reno, driving from Boise to SF.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking see this ledge. Like, oh, holy shit, dude, there it is. Like, God, it's sweaty, that fucking thing. And you weren't there, were you, Austin?
No, was that like a Valo tour?
It was a Valo tour, but
I wasn't there for that.
It was like, like kind of the AM tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, either way, I'd seen it and was like, fuck, dude, I want to do this. But I still wasn't really sure. And I don't know, whatever. Fast forward some time, and we were all up there, and it was during the Valo Valo amateur years. I think, oh, fuck, dude. A lot of, like, Dylan Davis was there, Keaton Newsome.
Yeah, the
fucking Stokely, like
all the Rooks and Crooks tour or something like that.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was kind of the tour guide, I guess, because I had lived in Reno and I had to drive back home that way. Anyways, and like we go check this thing out one night, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll give it a try. I think probably skated it for like 20 minutes or something. Would make it down like 2 of the sets every time. But then maybe not even 20 minutes. But we end up getting kicked out. And we're like, fuck, like, you're not going to be able to just do this thing real quick. We need some time. So we planned on coming back on Sunday. And just like wake up early and try to get in a couple hours before, because it's a library on campus. And so I think it opened at either 11 or I think 11, maybe 10, 11. Maybe 11 on Sunday. But so, yeah, we show up like 8:30 or 8 or something, and fucking
nice and early.
Yeah, like maybe 8:30 now. I don't even know, dude. This shit was like 5 years ago now, so it's hard to say. But yeah, dude, it was like fucking going good. Like every time would be like 2, 3 sets of this, you know, it's like 4 sets, I believe, maybe 5. No, 4. But I would get
five or 6,
2 or 3 out of the sets every time, and then fucking land on the flat, and then like bash the rest out. But my skates were kind of fucked up and worn out, and I ended up having to swap out soles with a Vaughn. I like had a couple gnarly falls actually, because it was just beating the shit out of my sole, and so I did the thing where your foot goes over the top and land on your back and shit.
On a sweat stance too, yeah.
Yeah, like falling into the rocks on the other side. And then it was just beating the shit out of me. I think I do one that I think I come off the end but fall, but I kind of fucked my hand up and hurt my butt cheek. And I was just like, dude, I have to just get the right one. Let me get a sole plate, Yvonne. So I can run up to the top of the parking garage where he's filming it from. And he swaps me out a new sole plate. And I think I gave it another like 5-10 tries and fucking got it. But yeah, I think it took like 2 hours that day.
Oh shit, damn.
Yeah, but we were kind of beating the clock because of the library. And also, you know, it probably took me like 20 25 minutes to change out the soles. And it was hot in summertime and just walking up the stairs every time, kind of kicking your ass. But
Yeah, you were getting frustrated on it too. You could tell in all those clips how frustrated you were getting.
well, it's just so close every time, you know? And there wasn't like a time where I just like eat shit and fuck up right away. It was like more than half of it every single try. I don't even think I missed a lock, you know?
That was the only trick you did on it too, right? Just sweaty?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because nothing was really worth doing, you know? Like, yeah, I could spend a lot of time on it, but, or I mean, it's one of those things. I'm sure I could just back royale at first try, but we waxed the fuck out of it too.
I was about to say there's probably that time like when like that like threshold point when you're in the barrel there where it's like you got to just like hang on and like that's like the risk point where it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a really beveled ledge. I don't know if you can tell in the footage, but I feel like it's beveled a little more than normal, you know? So you really got to stay in there on it. Having a worn out sole fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You did a pit stop for that trick. I need a fucking legit a pit stop.
I know, it was worth it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to get straight into that for I don't know what reason, because like a lot of people were like, yo, the sweaty. And I was like envisioning it all day. And I was like, man, that was a hell of a trick.
Probably the best sweaty ever, probably. I mean, you got naked afterwards. That's how good it was.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I just was so stoked. I ripped my shirt off.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah. I remember like falling in the grass a couple times too. Or yeah, just, you know, when you fall on grass and you're sweaty as shit now, you're itchy as fuck afterward. Get this fucking shirt off.
So that was your relief. Your relief and your reward.
And then I had to drive home like 7 hours right after that, like basically just hop in the car and like I said, my butt cheek was fucked up. So just like one cheek and I think I like broke my thumb or sprained my thumb pretty bad. But yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. That's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
I was curious to know about that because it seemed like a hell of a battle. But now I want to take you back.
Take me
back. I want to take you back because, well, I want to go all the way back. And I also want to talk about some things about your trip in New York. We got Jose Disla in the live chat right now. And I definitely want to talk about your experience there because you had some experience like when you were young in New York, staying there for a while. But before we even get there, I want to go back even further. I want to go back to a young Erik Bailey in Idaho in what, 95? Like, how do you find this thing that you're like, this is my thing? Because as far as I know, everyone who's been around from even like the first generation has always seen you there. You've always been there from the beginning. So how do you get into it from not being from one of these hubs like New York or LA or Sydney or something like that? You're in Idaho. How did you pick that up?
So, I mean, probably straight up, there was this dude, Jeremy Bauer, which no one knows that name. He just was this local dude and he did shit for Kryptonics back in the day. He was this is like, you know, Stair Bash era, launch ramp. And dude, he would just like do these, I don't know if they were demos or what, or if it was just like a bunch of the older kids, but they would like set up in this parking lot and there'd be like kind of some cone people. And then he had a launch ramp and he would like jump his car and shit, you know, land like crouch style with like, you know, it's hard to, it kind of reminds me of like how maybe Andy Cruz used to land back in the day when you see like Hoax 2, like
kind of like drag a foot a little bit.
When you drag the foot. Yeah, he did like everything like that and was like Stair Bash style. And he worked at the local skate shop at the time, which it might have been Sports Exchange, but then it turned to Newton Herald's, which was like my first sponsor. And yeah, dude, I was probably like 9 years old, 92, 93, like 9 or 10 years old when I first started seeing him. And then my sister had rollerblades at the same time. She had just kind of gotten into it. And then her like best friend was doing the same thing. And she ended up leaving some skates at her house. And I kind of took those and just fucking started skating around. And I mean, that's really where it stemmed from. And then
These are straight rec blades?
This is like straight rec blades, but this is like 92, 93, you know, like I don't think I really saw anything. Well, I remember like when the skate shop started getting like some CDS Detroit shit, I want to say, early Kryptonic shit. And then, yeah, like the first Senate shit in like 93, 94, like the bribes, C notes, fucking, you know, lowrider, or like all the first run of shit where it came in like the little meat containers, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the styrofoam with the saran wrap, basically. Yeah, you could like rent videos from there.
Rent skate videos?
Yeah, you could rent, like they had a couple. Fuck, I don't know. I remember Vertical Axis for some reason.
Whoa, I never heard of that concept before, being able to rent skate videos.
Yeah, you could rent skate videos. So they were part skateboard shops. So maybe that's why they were doing that shit too. But
even still, for that, that's like a concept I still never heard of before.
Yeah, I mean, fucking early 90s, renting skate videos. So
and Vertical Axis, like the first, you're just like, just like the first video ever, they were renting it. That's so funny, dude.
I mean, yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't even know what year that came out, but it seems like one of the first ones I saw. I mean, I remember when Hoax 1 came out. I remember when Hoax 2 came out and they had the big store display, the Anarchy Across America. Came in like a big cardboard, like fucking, you know, like what you'd see at a Blockbuster or whatever, you know?
Yeah. That's so sick. That had the big cardboard cutout of Anarchy Across America.
Yeah, and Arlo on it doing the Royale with the fucking chain wallet. And then like, yeah.
Dude, where are those things now? Like,
Arlo was the skeleton.
Who has that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I want to say it was the skeleton actually, and not Arlo. I don't know. It's kind of
it's probably the skeleton, huh? That makes sense.
Yeah, young memory.
Wow.
But, yeah, dude. And then I was just always fucking into it. I did like demos for like classmates at school in like the 4th grade, which I don't know what fucking year that is. 93.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
demos, like self-run demos, or like you were like doing
like me and the homie, like the other dude I bladed with a lot, because we would just like skate the elementary school after class. You know, we just fucking like hit the curb cuts and like grind the bike racks, maybe, or maybe we had just kind of started doing that, but more like the curb cuts. And we like built a launch ramp, and I think it was like the end of the school year, and the teacher like set us up to do a little demo for all the classmates. So
yeah, that's sick.
One of our parents brought a launch ramp down, and we fucking ripped it, dude.
Then that's when skating was like more popular and people could actually get into it. And schools were like, yeah, let's do like a skate demo at school.
I don't think it was quite popular yet. Maybe it was. I mean,
anything, right?
It was more the rec side of it, but I mean, it was so early too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird to look back, because you like, to me, it was my whole life, but I don't really, it's hard to have like a, I don't know, perspective, because I was just this little fucking kid.
But you were like a competitor from like the beginning, like, you know, as like early as you were doing it, you were in the contests, like, because I remember especially during that time, well, I guess you were before that time, but I remember a little after that time, there was like the separation between like the street skaters and like the contest skaters and that kind of thing. You never really had that going on.
Well, so yeah, I guess fast forward a couple years. Then I started skating for that skate shop I was talking about, Newton Herald's. And then they had some local competitions, and I did well in one of those. I won one of those, I think maybe the 95 one, definitely the 96 one. And then they started like getting me like some free, you know, Senate wheels and some Flow product. Like, fuck, I forget if it was K2 first or Rossi's first. But yeah, then I started doing the NISS thing in like 97.
Is the NISS thing how somebody from Boise, Idaho, the land of potatoes, ended up becoming like a big pro skater? Because like Billy said before, it's just, how'd you get on this thing then? Like, did you have to drive to I don't know, Salt Lake or like SF or something like that?
That was it.
I guess Venice or something, right?
Dude, it was the Salt Lake one. So it was the one that like, I want to say Jaron Grob and this other dude like Tim Connors or O'Connor, some shit. they like tied, and then the other dude ended up beating Jaron. That was like Jaron's fucking breakout turning pro.
What year was this?
This is 97. Yeah, 97. Fuck yeah. Part of me says 96, but I'm pretty sure it was 97, summer of 97. But yeah, so I ended up doing that, and I qualified for so it used to be all the amateurs would compete on a Friday, and then they would have the pro competition on a Saturday, but like the top 15 amateurs could skate in the pro competition. And then, the final Sunday would be like the 15 overall. And so I made like the pro day, which was pretty tight, just being a kid from Idaho.
First go too, right? First contest? First
contest. Yeah, I think I got like 12th or 13th. And then it was like, cool, fuck, I did it. But
was it Jake Connor?
No, I thought it was maybe it was Jacob.
Jake Connor? Okay.
Yeah, Jake. That's what it is. Jake Connors, dude.
Shout out Chris Medina in the chat.
Oh yeah, it was Jake Connors. Yeah. That's exactly who it was, dude. Fuck,
sick. All right, sorry, go ahead.
I can picture him, dude, with his goatee and shit. That was also the same NISS that Jason Marshall won with the backpack on.
Oh, that was that NISS. Oh,
the
shit.
Backpack.
He won it with the backpack on?
Yeah. He like.
I remember that.
Finals or something. They're like, you want to be sponsored by Eastpak? And they just like fucking gave it to him. He ended up ripping the contest. And
I remember that.
Yeah, won that shit with a bag on.
Did he get sponsored by Eastpak?
He did, dude. And then it became like cool because I remember Josh Petty started skating with a
dude.
backpack.
I did that. I used to do that all the time in like 96. I go to the skate park, skate with my backpack on. Kids would be like, kids come up to be like, yo, take off your backpack. I'd be like, what? It's on? I didn't know it was on. I'd like front like I didn't know it was on.
Front like you didn't know it was on.
I'd be like, oh, really? It was on? I forgot to take it off. That old game.
Yeah, so fuck yeah. And then I ended up going to like the Portland contest maybe a month later, and then kind of doing the same thing, maybe getting a couple places better. Going to the SF one later that year, and then I won that one in amateur. And then I did pretty good on the pro day, and then I made the finals day. And then that was when there was like reps, like Rossi's had a rep, K2 had a rep, and they traveled and kind of looked for fucking people to sponsor. And
like
shit.
scouts?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so fucking, I think they ended up seeing me, and I started getting I was even getting skates before that. But maybe they helped get me to a contest or something. I ended up going to Venice Beach that year and doing really well, making finals again. And then they invited me to Santa Monica, like NISS finals, where it's like no amateur day. And it was just like fucking pro. So I qualified to be like NISS pro in 97. And you know what? There's a clip of me in, I think, high rollers. Yeah. A UFO. No. Oh, it was high rollers, dude.
Was it half cab topsole? Oh no, maybe.
No, it was a front UFO front side, like on my knees, dude. I'm wearing shorts. It's on the NISS start box rail. But I think that was my first clip in a video.
Yes, high rollers, TBTV2.
You know it, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dope. Guest edited by Rollinson Rivera.
It was, dude.
You know the whole thing
in there. Fucking Julio had some very, very sick shit in there.
Dude, that was we should
and
do a
movie. And then the next year was kind of like my breakout year, 98. I did a little better.
Who was your
the first time?
Who was your first sponsor? Who was your first sponsor outside of that skate shop, though? Because you said people were starting to hook you up already.
Well, I started getting like flowed K2 shit, and
K2, okay.
And then I think that was kind of short-lived because I think Rossi's was taking me a little more serious, and so dude, I started getting shit from them, and in fact, they would send me a bunch of skates, and we're cool. I was like more communicating with the team manager, as opposed to K2 was like more flowed through the shop.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say that you living in Boise, I guess you always, as far as I remember too, every time we used to go to like the Bay Area and shit, like you always driving around. Oh, every time we were on like a tour or something like that. So you were doing that since the beginning, like driving Salt Lake,
Oh
Portland,
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, always.
That's yeah. Even the clip you were talking about the sweat stance, you had to drive 7 hours home after that. Like
Oh
that sounds
yeah.
like a normal day for you, like to drive 7 hours to go ski or whatever.
I mean, it kind of was growing up. Really, I love that shit still. Like, I don't know, being from Boise, you're pretty isolated, so you kind of got to drive and get out. Like, I was always really good friends with like a lot of the Portland kids growing up, because that was like a, that in Salt Lake, just little skate hubs.
Like the closest places.
Yeah.
Scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. Portland had a cool scene.
Well, yeah, I wanted to talk because you have like also like these, because you've been around so long, you have like these different sections of your skating, like these different phases. And you have like the SF when you were in SF filming for like with the Pat videos, so much good stuff there, and then the Valo parts. But you spent some time in New York, right? Not a lot of people know you spent some time in Queens for a while, didn't you?
A lot of time, dude. I was talking about this the other day with a friend of mine. But yeah, 8th grade, I think.
Really, that young?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was it was 8th grade going into 9th grade. Fuck, or maybe it was 7th going into 8th. No, 8th going into 9th, I'm pretty sure. Before
you lived in New York for a bit, or you just like?
Well, no, I would just go. So you know what it was? It was the Disla's cousins, this dude Ricky Gutierrez, I believe. Fuck, I haven't said that last name. I'm probably saying it wrong, but yeah, he was like one of the ramp builders for NISS, and he's the D clan cousin, dude. And he's like, fuck, always like, if you want to come out, come out. And I ended up going out, and dude, it was so weird looking back.
I was about to say, like, your folks didn't like have an issue with this back in the day, like just sending you out to Queens. You're like 12.
Yeah, Boise to Queens.
Yeah,
It's like New York City in the 90s. It's like a different,
Yeah, it was like a gnarly place, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like looking back, I had this so this is kind of crazy because I never like thought about it like this, but I tattooed my like childhood, like really young ex-girlfriend the other day. And she was bringing up some shit that I had not thought about in years and years and years. But we were getting a little fucking I don't know, maybe I was getting a little too
going down memory lane.
Yeah. But at a young age, I think my parents were just like scared that I was like gonna knock her up or something. I didn't even realize any of this shit, but she like told me the other day, like, oh yeah, our parents had like this big old get together. And then she's like, next thing I knew, you were just like, your parents just like wanted you out and you were just in New York for the summer.
What?
And I was like, really? It was kind of like that? Like, no, it wasn't. She's like, no, I'm pretty sure it was, dude. I think you were just skating and didn't really think about a lot of that shit.
Yeah, your perspective was different. You were like, I'm gonna go on a skate trip. Your parents were like, yeah, get out of here.
yeah, kind of. Like, that's definitely what she made it sound like too. But it kind of made me, I don't know, think about it. Like, fuck, maybe that's what that was all about. But yeah, so I ended up just hanging out for like 2.5 months, fucking hanging out with those dudes and just kind of fucking, we just skate every day, all day.
How was that? I didn't even know that you did that, especially that long ago.
Oh, so I did that for 3 summers.
Oh, damn. What the
fuck? Yeah. So I did it 8th grade going into 9th grade, which was probably like, God, 98. I probably did it 98, 99, and 2000. Yeah, because 2000 was the last year, which was the South Street Seaport contest that I won that Bill was talking about.
The Super Mini.
The Super Mini, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking A. Shit. God, yeah.
John Bergeron was there, man. John Bergeron was ripping around doing flat spins.
Yeah, dude. That's how I knew I fucking made it, because I beat John Bergeron in the contest, dude. He was
That's
like,
real.
he
To
was
beat
like
John
Feinberg
Bergeron in a
back
contest
then.
is
Bergeron and Feinberg and Salerno. Like, if you could
Ooh.
fuck with those dudes, you were. I mean, but then there was still like Tim Ward and some of the other guys who were still so good, but wouldn't be out as much.
that's so sick. You were skating against Tim Ward and Matt Salerno.
Yeah, those were my dogs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was on Rosie's, so I used to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they'd fly me out to Puerto Rico. I'd room with Toby Heslop and fucking Pincus and all the boys, dude. Pincus is fucking, yeah, still the homie.
Yeah.
Like
Pincus
Josh Clark, like, I don't know, weird times, you know? But they would,
Dude.
I would always kind of, Cesar, like, I was always hanging out with the Aussies for some reason, dude.
You've been through so many levels in this game. It's nuts.
Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't realize that, especially because I was just in Puerto Rico last week, and we were watching a bunch of Puerto Rico sections, and you were in one with from like Hoax 7.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, right. And like it's just so random to look back and think. Like I watched that video when it first came out, and I didn't even notice that was like Erik Bailey. You know, you just like another guy to me at the time. You know, but like looking back,
Yeah,
like oh shit, like you've just fucking been killing it forever, like all over the place.
Just a dude in a white beater trying to look Australian.
Like who's the white guy in Puerto Rico in this video, you know? Like
Yeah.
But no, it's so sick that like Bill said, you were just like everywhere.
Dude, Miguel knows. Fucking that's when I met him. Fuck, because I went out to Puerto Rico, I think maybe 99 and 2000 or 99. I went a couple times.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
So you were traveling like all through high school.
All through high school. I basically got kicked out of high school because of traveling.
Really?
Kicked out, but they told me I should probably not go anymore.
And your parents were cool with everything, like you traveling for
Yeah.
skating shit.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, my parents were going through their own shit at the time, and like came from a little kind of a different household, I guess you could say. You know, I mean, I was productive. You know, I was skating and doing shit. My big sister was like partying. I didn't. So my parents were like, I think they thought a lot of me. You know,
So you ripping and like going places?
yeah, I think so. You know, and had my shit together and had goals and shit. You know, maybe I wasn't killing it in school, but you know.
That's cool though to have your folks support you when you're doing something like that.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love that shit. I think it gave them something new, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after all this, you're traveling all over. You end up landing in SF, and you end up doing things with, the apples and that fell far from the tree with Pat, which is.
Well, that was Reno.
Was that Reno?
I moved to Reno first.
You lived in Reno with Pat, and was it Hayden Ball?
Yeah. Well, Hayden grew up there, but I lived with Mike Choli.
Okay. Sick.
It was Choli,
That's
Pat,
right.
and I. Yeah. And so that, like, God, I don't even think I technically would have graduated high school yet, but I was 18 and I sold my car and fucking had like $1,500 or some shit and fucking just moved to Reno. Like Leno came out and picked me up, dude, with Ben Weiss. It's like, we're moving, man. There's a scene in Them Apples where I'm hugging my dad. And
with
like,
Ben Weiss too.
Yeah, I just loaded up my car with like, my 15 t-shirts I owned and 2 pairs of pants and 1 pair of shoes. Just like, all right, I'm moving. Couple of EDs, yeah. Yeah.
How long did you end up staying there for?
A year and a half.
Oh, it's not that long.
What a freaking house.
A
What
little
do we
longer,
got?
like almost 2 years.
Okay, so we got Pat Lennon, we got Ben Weiss, Mike Choli, Hayden Ball,
Yeah.
and you in a house.
Yeah. Well, no. So Ben Weiss ended up not living there. He was just kind of there for a little while. He said he was going to, but he kind of fell off. And then Hayden was still in high school, actually. Hayden was like maybe a junior or a senior in high school, junior when I met him. And so, yeah, he just lived like, across town or whatever, but he was kicking it all the time. But that was like when we filmed Them Apples, the reject section, like all that was filmed there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. And that was like that was just before like Valo, right?
Yeah. So I was writing USDs then. I basically got fired from Rosie's. They like just dropped all the programs, all the amateur shit. And then, yeah, during high school, like maybe my senior year, I had a bunch of just shitty odd jobs and was like detailing cars, but like trying to skate a lot. And the spring break, I don't know, 2001 or something, spring break, I ended up going to Portland and filming some shit with Pat, which ended up being like one of the parts in them apples. And so then I sent it off to USD and they were like, oh, that was fucking cool. And so Scott Walker started flowing me shit again. And that's kind of why I was writing USDs through all that. I kind of reconnected with all that. And then, yeah, that kind of, introduced me to Julio, and Valo kind of came. Like,
Yeah, because that's right. John was on. You were on USD when all those guys were on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good time to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a team.
Yeah, the good years, man. That was awesome.
Oof, the legendary. Those are like the legendary years.
That was like DL was still on. I think Deshi had just started, kind of. Yeah, it did, because Ian McLeod was like on a tour. Yeah. Yeah. Walt Austin, I remember, was still. Yeah, he was on.
Jeff Frederick.
Jeff was on.
Walt, Abdiel.
Yeah.
Abdiel.
What a crew.
Sagona, maybe?
Kevin Gillen was still on.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Petty was still on. Zamora, yeah, fucking. Yeah.
All the legends are on that one.
Yeah.
Hell of a crew.
It was a crew. I remember actually going out to New York with all the crew. Fuck, it was. I kind of just remember it as the trip I was on when my grandpa died, which was pretty shitty. But we did like kind of a tour. We were up in Buffalo. Walt was on it because I remember like really getting to hang out with Walt a lot. But I want to say we stayed like in Harlem. And it was when fucking Gilly the Kid, dude, Gil Vasquez, was like kind of skating for him too at the time. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't know he skated for USD.
Yeah. It was probably like 2003 or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You were staying up by Gil, so probably Washington Heights.
Yeah, I think we stayed at Gil's or fuck.
Rawlinson?
No, it wouldn't have been Raw. I feel like Rawlinson was kind of removed from everything at the time.
At that point, yeah.
Gil had just kind of like came back in for a little while, but I don't know, man. I think we stayed at, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. You were skating for USD.
Dude, so many fucking trips that blur together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was a good time USD.
Yeah.
So how did you get into the whole Valo thing then? Because USD went into Valo, but you were like it seemed like you were on almost from the very beginning with John.
I was.
Yeah. So what was that like? How did that come about?
So I think it was 2003. I was living in Reno. Shit. You know what? We were at a hoedown. God, I can almost remember it, dude. Yeah.
But by the way, this is the most relaxed anyone has ever been on our show, by the way.
Oh, really?
You look so chill right now.
You got to
keep it going. Right? Keep it going.
That's awesome.
All right. But I want to say it was 2003, October or something. And so there was a, hoedown. And fucking, dude, I don't know why, but I feel like there wasn't a lot of USD dudes there at the time. Maybe everyone had kind of just started leaving. Maybe Shadow was just no. Well, regardless of any of that shit, I think John and I went to Sizzler, and he's like, "Yo, I'm thinking about like branching out and starting my own brand. I've been talking to like Massimo about fucking basically starting a brand through Rossi's and." I want you to be the first like pro rider. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Like, let's do this.
Yeah, for sure.
What do we got to do?
You were like the first guy.
I was the dude. I mean, we named this shit, dude. We were like coming up with names for like months and months, you know, like on AIM and shit, just like chatting every day, like fuck what, you know, I forget, going through like not patents or copyright or whatever, you know, trying to get the fucking name, and you gotta like fucking pay like $30 every time you see it, you get this name, and just denied, and eventually became Valo, and then just fuck yeah, like getting samples and shit. Like, I think, I mean, I truly feel like I am the reason why it became the M12, because they were really trying to push the growl. Like, how can we rework this fucking growl piece of shit?
They try to revive that skate?
No way.
This was before there was no even revival of it. I think they thought they designed something really sick, and they were just like confused why it wasn't selling. You know what I mean?
No
like,
way.
Put all this money in it. It must be our fucking marketing is wrong over here at Rosie's, but
yeah.
So you were the one who said M12 instead of the growl?
Yeah, totally. I was just like, dude, the growl fucking sucks. You can't.
Cool.
Like, we can figure out a way to make the M12 work, but like, yeah, at the time, you know, I was just kind of more getting into like vintage aesthetic, you know, like Levi's 501s and Converse, and kind of like simple, I guess, you know, kind of getting out of, you know, that's right when Reject started. Everything was kind of going that way. Like, you know what I mean? There was the baggy dudes, and then there was the other shit. And I was just like, I feel like this M12 would work really well, because you can like put your pants over it. It's like slim. It looks cool. Plus, it was like really skateable. Like I fucking liked it. And then we started talking about doing a skin and a different sole plate. And I came to New York for IMYTA. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Brandon Smith won. And I was riding white M12.
Wait, the one Brandon Smith won?
He won one?
That wasn't an IMYTA. The IMYTA in New York was the one
There was
Mike
two
Johnson
in New York.
won.
There was two in New York.
No, Brandon, didn't he tie or something? So, who won him?
Murder won the first one. The second one, it might have been B. Smith. It was on that long rail, the launch to the long rail, right?
The second one,
behind the school.
The second one was Aragon won the second one.
Oh yeah, you are right. I think in my mind, like B. Smith ripped it, so I probably
he's
the winner in your eyes.
Yeah, fuck. Now I feel bad, but
it's okay.
Either way.
Bro, we're going through so many memories.
Let me talk behind the school, and everyone just stayed at that one school the whole time, right?
Yeah, Dewey. Yeah.
Out front, the handicap rail. Yeah. It was that one. But
so what were you doing in New York for that?
And that was
so that was right when I started riding the M12s. You know, I kind of showed up at that contest riding white M12s, and everyone's like, "The fuck are these, dude?" You know. And
that time people didn't really ride the M12s because they were kind of revived, I guess, at that point already.
I don't even think Rosie's offered them for sale yet at that point.
Oh, okay. So everyone was definitely confused.
Yeah. So people are just kind of like, what the fuck are these? And then I think on that same trip, we ended up driving up to Montreal. They sent us the samples, is where I got the first M12 sample. Which there's some like photos of, Mike Martino was on that trip. John Starr, Julio, and
myself. That's what I'm saying. So after you, it was John Starr, Mike Martino. Who else?
On that, actually, you know what? So on that trip, now that I think about it, Dunkel was on. Well, I think Dunkel and Mike Opalek. I don't think Ollie was there. But I think Dunkel just started riding M12s. Like, if you were a Rosie's Pro, you could get M12s. But they really didn't want to send you M12s. But I was so hyped on them and pushing them. And then people
they want to send you the growls.
There was like an online edit. Remember the first Valo online edit?
The first Valo I remember edit was with John. Did one of just John. I don't remember any other one before that. I don't think.
There's one of me. So there might have been one of John. It's around the same time, but we're riding M12s. Yeah, kind of creating that M12 hype.
Oh, for real? Like in the first one, you guys just getting just straight up M12s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder where you could even find this fucking thing. It's pretty good.
I'm curious about that too now. I
It was
remember
all filmed by Julio.
we got to find that. Someone got to find that video because I'm curious about that too now. I just remember John skating for the first time, and it was like an edit of him. I think he might have skated to like a Roots remix kind of song or something like that. But that was the first time I seen it.
Yes, correct. Yeah, yeah. And I had one too. They kind of came out around the same time.
Right. I remember it was like such small quality video like back then, like 2003 upload.
Yep, exactly.
So were you involved in like the design of the skin and stuff like that? You said you wanted like the Converse kind of look. I guess that's where the JJ look came from.
Yeah. Well, I think I just like, maybe not that it looked like a Converse per se, but that it was just like slimmer and smaller, you know, like it wasn't like a clunky skate shoe, which, you know, all other brands were trying to, you know, everything was just like puffy and oversized at the time.
Yeah, puffy,
really
yeah,
wide and goofy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's a good call on the M12 and not the Grawl. Because
good freaking call, dude.
Who knows what Valo would have ended up being if it went with the Grawl instead?
Oh my God.
Well,
dude, Julio owes you everything, man.
No, I don't. I mean, it probably
I'm just joking. I just wanted to say that.
I mean, it was just, I liked the fucking M12 at the time, but people like thought it was, I remember going to, Thorsten was the guy's name. What was the shop in Germany that wasn't Ignition?
Grindhouse.
Ignition. There was
the other one though. Skate or
there was Grindhouse. There was like Grindhouse. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to Grindhouse and fucking Thorsten just like laughing at us, like trying to. I think we had Valo samples, and he's like, "But it's just like an M12 in a skin. Like this isn't gonna sell. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is shit."
Damn. Try to play you right in front of your face.
They actually skate sick, you know. The cuff pivoted unlike a Grawl, you know. It like was a functioning good fucking skate.
Unlike a Grawl.
Yeah.
I can't believe
the Grawl, the cuff didn't work, dude.
I don't remember much about the Grawl except that it wasn't the best looking skate.
No.
And it had
Blake Dennis, dude. He had that good looking one, the gray one.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
Pro skate was the fucking Grawl. Blake Dennis, dude, another fucking awesome dude I used to get to travel with a lot.
Oh yeah, with Rosie's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were in Puerto Rico together too in that in Hoax 7.
Yep. Yeah, he was my dog, dude. He went to like all over the place when we were young, Montreal and shit. And I found a cool photo the other day of us. I look like a dipshit, dude. a kid. Just an awkward, weird kid. Sorry, my
man.
Charger's fucked up. There it goes.
It's looking good.
Yeah. That's cool though, man. Like, you know, being such an integral part of a company that ended up being such an iconic part and like such a huge chapter in the history of the whole skating thing. Yeah. But yeah, like so what was it like? You ended up, I guess, going to living in SF around that time, right? And starting to film for Valo.
A couple years later. Okay. Yeah, I think I moved to SF. I think it was like basically New Year's Day. Fuck, I think I got there New Year's Day, which is weird. What was I doing New Year's? I don't know, or New Year's Eve or something. But yeah, 2006 going into 2007. And lived there a couple years. And
29th Street?
29th Street, dude. Still, P-Len still holding it down, dude. Big ups, Lendog, dude. Fucking, I can't believe he still lives in the same place, paying the same fucking rent.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Dude, rent there is cheaper than rent in Boise, Idaho now.
He's never leaving.
Oh, he'll never leave. They will have to, fucking drag his ass out of there. Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, you started filming for Valo 1. I mean, you had such a huge part of that video.
Well, Valo 1, so I wasn't living in SF yet, I don't think. Valo 1 was like, we started filming like 2005, maybe end of 4 or 5. I was still living in Boise at the time. But, you know, traveling lots, doing trips. My homie fucking Nick Whitmore filmed a lot of that stuff. Yeah. But I had moved back to Boise and there was really nothing to do. I wasn't really like a boozer or anything. So we just fucking went out and filmed and just skated all the fucking time.
There's a lot of good skating in Boise, street skating.
I mean, no, not really, but it's like you make it work. It's kind of like the East Coast, you know? It's like there's some kind of cool shit.
That's how you look at it
on film,
Mhm.
but like, yeah, you just kind of got to make it work. But like landings are shit and everything is pretty rough. And but yeah,
Yeah, not much street skating comes out of Boise, even like to this day. Like,
you'd be surprised about all the shit that comes out of Boise, though. Like, there's a lot of like Heat Video has a ton of Boise shit. Like Valo 1. There's some clips in like 4x4 video and
like you filmed a lot of stuff out there.
Oh, I've filmed, yeah, I've got like
tons of stuff.
20 minutes of footage coming out of this place.
Yeah.
You know? And the skate parks are really good.
It seems like everything's really big, just massive, just like mountainous.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Like
I don't
the skate parks are big or just
I don't know. I'm just thinking of like that video where like everything is just like big rails and like big concrete wave skate parks. So I'm just thinking of
there's a lot of that shit.
We're from New York. It's like handicap rails and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Have you ever been to Boise, Fish?
No.
Hey there.
Dude, come out. Got a place to stay.
Are you going to show us the best potato spot in town?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, several.
I remember one time in Montreal, we must have been like an after party or a bar or something like that. And a local was like, I know this good like potato spot or something like that. And you were like so disgusted by the fact that like Quebec potatoes were being repped over like Idaho potatoes.
I was probably just fucking around being an ass.
You might have been, but it was just hilarious to hear somebody.
They love their poutine out there. That's
maybe that was why. Maybe that was why.
Potatoes, yeah. The curds and gravy and shit.
That was probably why. It was late night thing, so I'm sure that was the only thing to eat there at the time. So that makes sense now.
Fuck I do kind of remember that actually now. Because we went to a late night poutine spot, right?
Yeah. A bunch of us did.
Danny and fucking all the destructured.
Yeah.
I remember getting clowned on by some girl that night at the same place, I think, because I didn't back roll a joint or something. I just rolled a joint like regular, not inside out. She was like appalled, dude. And from that like day forward, like, oh fuck, gotta learn to roll these joints better.
That's a tough crowd, man. Like
it was a tough crowd. Like
to
Canada,
be appalled.
Right?
That's rough.
Like Montreal, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
that snooty French feel, but I don't know. Get some. Yeah.
That's rough. Well, Bell, we've done a lot of traveling actually together, like randomly or just, well, not together so much as we did cross paths overseas, but I remember always talking to you about your overseas stories and you always like went to different, further, crazier, unique things. Like you went to like the Middle East to like do demos, or was it Dubai or something or Abu Dhabi, something like that?
Yeah, I went to both of those places. Dubai, I went on 2 different trips there. Like, but you know what's crazy is I've never been to South America, and I know you went there a couple of times.
Yeah,
like, I was always on USD shit, but I never really went there.
But you were going out for like demos. It wasn't like really like skate tours, right?
So I did the China demos for like a month. I went to Hong Kong and like did fucking demos in a mall for a month.
That's crazy.
Then, yeah, fucking. I think actually the first time. So I think that kind of all stemmed from Chris Mitchell, because I went to Dubai to judge a Red Bull contest, and then I ended up just like fucking loving Dubai and hanging out a bit, and then but when I was there, fucking just kind of broing down with Chris Mitchell and everything went really well, and he's like, oh yeah, dude, if anything else like comes up, dude, I'll hit you up, because I don't even know how he was in contact with people, but maybe the next summer. I think it was the next summer. He kind of hit me up again. He's like, "Do you have any interest in doing some?" They're like opening a mall in Hong Kong, and they need a biker, a skateboarder, and a rollerblader, and they'll give you like a few grand, set you up in a hotel for a month, plus you get like per diem
By yourself?
Yeah, and I was like, I was just about to move back to Idaho from SF, and I was like, fuck, I will be pretty fucking bored. Maybe I should do that. And so I did, and it was cool, man. I fucking enjoyed it.
That's a crazy trip by yourself.
Yeah, I did a lot of those kind of random ones,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember you telling me those kind of stories, like those random style trips.
Yeah, I love traveling by myself. Just like, some dude picks you up at the fucking airport and he's like speaking to the translator in his phone, and then it's plays it back at you. And you're like, all right, cool.
Really? You like traveling by yourself?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
What's that?
You like traveling by yourself?
I did. Yeah, I fucking loved it for some reason. I love like an airport bar by myself and kind of just fucking, yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I must admit.
Yeah, it was cool. Then when I went back to China for another contest, this is more like I forget what city, but then we went to Shanghai and I was with some other people and it's fucking raising hell, dude, smoking joints in taxi cabs, which I always heard that I'll get my hands cut off if you're like smoking weed in China.
I was going to ask that if that was like illegal at that time.
It's completely illegal apparently, but the dude I was with is just like, oh no, you just like lie and say it's an American cigarette. they like don't know what weed is, and fuck, dude, it worked every time. We'd just be smoking joints like in nightclubs and cabs, and
you would say it's an American cigarette.
Yeah, it's really shitty weed, but terrible shit. But it was fun.
Isn't like opium from China?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's from all over the East, right? Yeah.
I thought like opium like originated somewhere from like the China. I figured
yeah,
we'd have like good opium there or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. They probably got good heroin over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Bill, dude, are you just rolling them up over there?
Me? No, not me. Why, are you about to roll a doobie?
No, I was thinking about it, but
do it, man. Do it. Montre's done it on the program. It's okay.
Get real quiet.
It's legal in most states out here now, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So we've actually had a few people request this in the chat, but let's talk about the Shred to Your Dead thing. You were there since the beginning of that. Were you there from the inception of the idea?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was kind of. Yeah, dude, I want to say it was kind of my idea. Yeah.
Really?
I drove the fuck out of the tour van on all that shit. And then I was the one who kind of like mapped out all the stuff and tried to figure out just the route and the camping. And, sometimes I freestyled it pretty hard.
I thought half that trip was freestyle anyway. It seemed like that kind of vibe.
But it ain't. Yeah. That's probably because I was fucking up, I mean, it was harder then because fuck, I don't even think we really had iPhones and shit.
You had like an atlas and shit.
Yeah. Like I remember doing fucking MapQuest or whatever.
Yeah,
I did, dude, and like printing it all out, and I got like fucking all this shit, pages of like directions and routes, and like skate parks weren't on Google and shit yet,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, it all worked out pretty sick.
Yeah, that was like one of the sickest videos. I would say still even ever, just because there was nothing really like it.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah. I kind of like felt like I forget what it was called, but there was like a skateboard video where they filmed a tour in Australia, bunch of skate park shit. I think it might have been the one where John Cardiel like got fucking fucked up and hurt his back. But yeah, I kind of thought like, oh, rollerblading needs something like that, kind of an off-season cool thing that wasn't, I don't know, more bowl skating, I guess. I think it was good. It was cool for skating.
Yeah, it's cool that you could in like I don't know how long the trip was, maybe like 2 weeks or something like that, but you could film a whole video in that amount of time if you have the right people. And obviously you guys did. You would like chose the right guys, you Stockwell, Haffy, I forget who else was on there, Yvonne. But that's like the perfect recipe to make a video like that.
Totally. Yeah. No, it worked really well. And it was fun how it was all released too in like 7-8 minute parts.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of the first to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember like anticipating
Yeah.
like, oh, I forget if there was like a week or two in between each part, and I remember it kind of being over the holidays when like nothing else was really going on in skating. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like that. Yeah.
Were there any highlights from that trip that stand out in your mind?
Oh, so many, but one in particular was we were in, I think we drove like so much that day. I don't even remember leading up to, but I know we're probably like a week and a half weekend, not like a weekend or something, and coming off the coast, and we're pretty burnt out, and we get into Spokane, Washington, and we cannot find a fucking place to camp or stay, like anywhere. And now, like looking back, I would like it'd be so much easier to find a fucking spot, but at the time I fucked up. I just think I fucked up that whole area. Like, we'll find camping easy, but
Well, you're going off MapQuest, like it's like without
Yeah.
the iPhones, yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard. And fucking I think there was forest fires and shit all around, and all this shit was closed down, and I could not find a fucking campground. And so we end up like just driving around for like an hour or two, just looking for a spot, like nothing, fuck. And we ended up like finding this neighborhood that was just being developed, like in the middle of the fucking forest, but there were a couple houses, and we just drove to like the end of the street, which kind of like at the time felt like we were still in the middle of a forest at night, but it wasn't. It was just an actual developed neighborhood with big trees all around it. And we fucking just decided to have a campfire and fucking hang out, party, drink beers all night. And then fucking we go to
in
bed.
The street, pretty much.
Wake up in the morning to some fucking dude like screaming about, do you have any idea how fucking easy you could have burned down this whole fucking neighborhood?
You guys had a fire and camped in a development that they were building.
I mean, yeah, but it was like, fucking kind of off to the side, like not next to any houses or anything.
That's ridiculous.
Like way down.
Yeah.
That's still kind of weird though. It's like kind of like just like your neighbor is.
Yeah, but it's not like a development like you think. It's like in the middle of the fucking boonies with like, fucking pine trees, and it's like it kind of felt like the forest still. It was like 45 minutes, an hour out of Spokane. Like there's no fucking lights or like home lights you can see. It just felt like you're in the middle of fucking nowhere because it's kind of blocked by tall trees. But either way, this guy was fucking pissed, dude. He's like, the police are on their fucking way. Like I don't know. Fuck. Everyone was so fucking. I think he woke us up at like 5:30 in the morning too, And so, yeah, we just had to fucking throw our shit together and just throw it in the van and get the fuck out of there. When we get out of there, there's like, we see like all the cops coming in. All right, please don't fucking turn around. Please don't turn around. And dude, we totally got out of there. We ended up going to like a Denny's or something. Stockwell is so mad at me. Everyone is like so because I think we didn't pull into the spot until like almost 2 a.m. and then drank beers, and then literally as our eyes shut, that this guy shows up. And so we probably, didn't sleep any that night, and fucking everyone's
a little cranky.
It's off the next day. Like
I can picture the Stockwell argument with you. It goes back to that brotherly.
Oh yeah.
Love the tough love shit.
Yeah.
Like you should have known better. What do you put this in your hands for?
Yeah, what the fuck? It's all your fault. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, my bad.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's all right. It was fun. It was still, I mean, it's like anything. You kind of like forget about the bad times or whatever. You remember the best times.
Yeah, that's what yeah, usually I was gonna think the same thing too. Like you don't forget about those things, and those kind of things like make the trip interesting, whatever, but they're not like they don't stand out. Like you don't regret anything like from that night. It doesn't change anything how the trip was.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, there was
Part of the story.
Yeah, exactly. There was so many it was such a great, everything about that experience was so good, dude. Even just driving a shit ton. Like,
yeah, you used to love driving around.
I mean, yeah, it was cool. Like, usually that shit just wears you out, but it was exciting and fun. And everyone was like young and excited. Everyone would roll up to these skate parks that I'd be like, you know, I told you so. Like, I've been saying we had to come here for years. And fuck, everyone would be so fucking juiced and just great time.
It's cool that you did that on the low too. It was just you guys sessioning. Like, no, I feel like if you did it nowadays, it'd be so easy for social media to get around. Like, oh, these guys are at the local skate park. Let's go. And it'd be like a whole big, huge thing. But you guys did it by yourselves on the low, and you got to session all these things without anybody seeing it. You put out the parts, and like, boom, there it is for the first time.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to pull that off as well anymore.
No, I don't think so. Maybe in those random little towns.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
you just have to tell everyone, stay off your social media. Don't tell. Yeah.
That never works though.
Nah. People will figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. And the second Shreds you did too. Same situation. You were just like, let's do this again, but better.
Better. Yeah. Go to Montana this time. Cause I think, yeah. The first one we didn't go to Montana.
Such a weird place to go. Like, how does Montana have skate parks? Like, you know, a place like that. I always wonder shit like that. I mean, they probably had the best skate parks.
It's right next to Idaho. Idaho has a bunch of fucking great skate parks. Oregon, like out in the small towns in Oregon, they got a shit ton.
The best skate parks too.
Yeah, they got to keep those little fucking kids off meth or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Right? yeah, keep them away from drugs. We did a trip over the summer in Connecticut and Massachusetts, and all these random ass places where you got to drive in the middle of nowhere have the best parks, and the ones we have in the cities suck.
Dude, Groton, Connecticut. Do you remember that one?
Groton. I probably went there. I don't know.
I remember really actually. I think on that first tour where I was riding white M12s, the first Valo kind of thing. When we went up to Montreal, we skated Groton, Connecticut.
I remember that.
It must be good if you remember.
It was a cool fucking park. There was like, I remember Maiko Palick had a photo in a magazine doing an invert.
Yeah, I remember that trip. Blake Dennis,
bowl,
Dennis was on that tour.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a sick old concrete.
Oh yeah, Blake Dennis was on that tour to Canada.
Yeah.
He was totally there when the fucking girl called me out.
Yeah, there was a few. What girl called you out? What
for not being able to roll a joint properly?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. That's yeah, I remember that trip. You know, a few of those trips together, I was almost on Valo. Remember that?
I don't. What the fuck happened, dude?
Remember, it was pretty close.
What happened? Why weren't you on, dude? You just want to stay on USD?
No. I was supposed to be on. Like, you talked to John, and they were like, "Yo, you're gonna be on." We like had the talk, and then I think somewhere along the way they were like, "Wait, we could get Alex," and that was it.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but it was like, remember we were.
I feel like that's not how you explained it to me.
You were pushing for it pretty hard too, Eric. Remember that?
Was I? I was always pushing for it.
Yeah, that was tight.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Shit.
Good trip, man.
Dude, I was thinking the other day. I think it was fucking. Oh, it was your first contest in New York the other day. Do you remember I went out with you one night? I think it was after the contest. Or fuck.
In New York?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm
sure
talking
we
about?
did, yeah.
I don't know, dude. We were out fucking partying. Dude, you know what it was? Did we go to a burlesque show one night?
Yes.
Dude, and we went to some fucking dude's random, like, craziest apartment building where the dude had no electricity. Does that ring a bell?
It sounds a little familiar.
like a guy and a girl, maybe. And
No electricity.
there were like, we go into this apartment and it's like a sick old building, like so sick. But there was just like hundreds of candles. It was the craziest fire hazard you'd ever seen in your life. Because I think the dude just had no electricity. I don't even know what the fuck we were doing there.
I don't know, man.
But regardless, yeah, I went to a burlesque show and some shit. And then it's like 4 a.m. Like we went out to some bars and the bars closed. And I lose you for a second. And I'm like, holy shit, I don't even know where I am right now. Where the fuck is Billy? And then I just hear like, woo! And I look over and you're on the back of the bus, dude, just holding onto the back of the bus, feet on the bumper or whatever. You're just on the fucking bus. And I'm like, holy shit. And you just look at me, let go of the bus, and just like most normal people just would have fucking died, you know, like face planted. But you fucking jumped off the bus and like ran out of it. It came to a stop and just like, what up?
Oh, dude, man. Dude, so many fun stories with you, man.
You probably don't even remember that shit, huh?
No, I do remember that now. That
You
completely,
remember that?
100%. I got thrown off by the electricity things. I was trying to like put
that was super random. I think we just like stopped by because I think this was someone you knew. I don't know. It's one of those
sense. No, that makes sense.
Memories. Maybe we're like buying weed or something from the guy.
That makes sense. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But it was after the burlesque show, and I don't even fucking because you weren't living in New York at the time, right?
I think I was. Yeah. I lived in New York for the most of it. No, I never. Oh, maybe. No, it was if it was the first contest. I was living in Oakland. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You were living in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Good times, man.
Way sick, right?
Good times. Yeah. So many fun stories.
You remember when I first met you?
I
know I met you actually in South Street Seaport, but like the first
I don't think we met then. We didn't meet then.
I think we did, dude, because you were in Murder and we kind of like met, but I was, like awkward. But when I really first met you was with Ryan Schutte and fucking Morte in San Diego, right when the Shima 2s came out. You had the white Shima 2s and you were down there for the ASR.
Yes.
I think you had skated like San Diego that day for the first time.
Yeah. It was like the time, dude. Was it the time when Alex Miranda like got Sean C for that stuff? Was it that?
I don't know. Maybe like shit like that. Probably just like
it was like the Quattro premiere in San Diego, right? Like the Daily Bread video premiere.
Yeah.
Like that time.
That was at the ASR.
The ASR, yeah.
Oh,
which people don't know. The ASR was a huge.
You know what it was,
show.
Dude? It was when they had that after show that got busted by the cops.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Was that at Daily Bread?
It was a Daily Bread thing.
No, at Daily Bread. Was that no, it was somewhere else. Okay. Yeah.
It was right near Daily Bread.
Right near Daily Bread, yeah.
Some little fucking bar place over there.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, Vice Squad's in there. And like I was a minor. And I got a ticket, actually. They busted me, busted Sean C, busted everyone. But that was the weekend I met you. We had like visiting.
I remember that because I was kicking it hard with Mort that weekend, and so you and Dre was around.
Yeah, and we were kicking it with Schutte. Like Schutte was driving in his Passat.
That's right.
But I remember you like sitting in the back, like
damn,
memory lane shit.
No, dude, that's sick because I don't like. Damn, you have a good memory. That's tight.
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah, I think it's like 2003.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember the car too? You called it the Passat.
What up?
You remember the car too? You called it the Passat.
The Passat. Yeah. I remember driving down, dude. All we listened. I think we had like one tape in the car, like the whole fucking time, and it was like Nico from the Velvet Underground.
No way.
It was just like the most. Yeah, it was like her fucking. I don't know, like little single album, and we just listened to this shit like Ferris of the Seas, the songs that were in like Royal Tenenbaums and shit. It was like when that was hot. It was just like the most mellow album. on repeat for like 6-7 hours straight. And then I think we ended up getting a new CD when we were in San Diego.
Dude, you know what's funny about that trip specifically? That was my first time in California. You know,
I remember.
As a New York kid, you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to skate California. You see all the videos and like all the spots, like I cannot wait. And then right around that time, like the Razor video came out, and like
Steal This video.
Yeah, and like so Fraser Watson gap to TTP at San Diego, and like people had ripped it, and they're like, all right, welcome to California. Here we are, San Diego. He took us straight to San Diego. I was like, dude,
first spot.
Because I remember meeting you that day, and it was like you went to San Diego that day, but I never got to go. I still to this day have never been to San Diego.
No way.
Yeah.
When I went there, it already had skate stoppers in front of it, like little bumps that they put on the floor so you couldn't gap to it. But
I didn't even know they did.
Really?
Yeah, I think they ended up taking those up. But
yeah, Fraser Watson, TTP.
Yep.
I feel like that spot's right up your alley.
Connor. Connor fucking
Stockwell
gap top horn.
TP, yep.
TP.
I think that's
Connor did
scarier.
Yeah. We didn't
B Bell broke the ice on it.
Did it first though. Santi Gap back Royale did first, right?
Yeah.
Was it Santi first or was it B Bell? I think Santi 540
did it first.
Did he?
Yeah.
Before B Bell?
Before B Bell.
Really?
Because B Bell fast lit it in the fucking
B Bell gap to Royale in VG12.
VG12?
Battle My
Crew.
Crew.
He did.
Ooh.
I think he was
I don't
the
know if that
first
was
one
first,
to do that.
But yeah, I remember that.
Because Santi skated that place in Transcend, right?
Yeah, but so that would have been before VG12. I think, or right around the same time.
The whole time is a big mush now to compare.
I feel like 98 is Transcend. 98. Well,
VG12 was also like late 90s too.
I feel like Transcend's like 99, 2000. It's close.
Yeah. I don't know. But for some reason, I think in my head, I feel like there was a photo. What skates did B-Bell or B-Cam do it in?
B Bell.
Oh, B-Bell did it first.
Brian Bell. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I was thinking B-Cam.
No, Brian Bell did it in Rossi Streets, I think. Like not that. No, I don't think so.
I don't remember that either.
No. Now we're just getting in Mushville.
Yeah, we're just straight up. We're just like, didn't this person do this?
I feel like he tried something on it like that, though. No?
I don't remember that. I don't remember B-Cam hitting that at all.
Yo, but whatever. Let's
but okay.
Okay, let's pull it back for a sec.
Yeah.
in a little bit, we'll open it up for some questions. See if some people want to ask you some stuff.
Okay.
If that's okay. First, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Blank by Rollerblade. So shout out to Blank.
Shout out Blank.
And also, I want to ask you, I want to get back into rollerblading, but I want to talk about what you're doing now. You got into tattooing. You've been tattooing for 5 years. After a life of traveling and skating, some people find it hard to adjust back to a regular life because they've been, living on this very unique schedule for a long time. And you lived on this for, like we just went through since you were a young kid and traveling and competing for like 20 years about. And how did you get into tattooing and what was that like, that transition back to something that resembles a normal life?
That was fuck, man. It happened pretty organically, pretty naturally, just through just being into tattoos. Like kind of my last years of skating professionally, I was getting tattooed a lot when I would travel, like in Copenhagen, get some tattoos, in Belgium, get a tattoo, Amsterdam, picking up shit in New York and little collection. But I was always really into tattooing. And then my buddy Kyler Martz, who grew up in Boise with me, who I always skated with.
Big shout out, Kyler.
Big shout out, Martz, man, dude. Dude, he was killing it and kind of getting into the tat game. And then so I travel with him a little bit. and I would kind of help him with some projects. And, you know, even at that time, even though I was doing that, I wasn't particularly interested in tattooing.
But I remember seeing you in New York on some of those, like when he did the Starbucks in Williamsburg.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, even at that time, I wasn't really interested in tattooing per se. But like it seemed pretty cool. And then my friends were starting up a shop here. They had all been at like a really established shop, and that wasn't it was just time for them to go. They had all been or like a couple of them tattooing like 10 years and shit. But they were kind of looking for an out, and I had a little extra money at the time. And so I lent them some money to kind of get them going and started with their tattoo shop. But I kind of just wanted to be like an investor in the shop, I guess. Maybe not even tattooing. But like basically they had like a front desk girl that they fired. And then they asked me if I wanted to take her place. You know, they're like, it's winter, you know, do you want to fucking just like work here for a little bit? And I was like, yeah, fuck, I'll give it a shot. So I worked there for a little while. And then I think just like talking tattoos with them and kind of kicking shit around and kind of maybe them realizing like, oh, this guy knows like, you know, some shit about like tattoo history and like he's into it. So they offered me an apprenticeship, also maybe because they didn't want to pay me. But I ended up doing that. And yeah, man, fucking here we are like 5 years later. You know,
Ripping away.
I worked at that shop for a couple years, and then, you know, it was time to move on. And now I'm at like a different shop in Boise. And, you know, 5 years in tattooing is like 5 years in rollerblading. You know, it's not very long, but it is a job and it's kind of a career, and you got to fucking go to work every day and do good tattoos, or else people aren't going to come back. And you know, a part of the selling point to me was when I got into it was like, oh, this might allow me to travel again, you know, and go catch back up with my friends and do all this shit. And, you know, like freedom, like skating, you know, I mean, there's a lot of similarities to skating. Just, you know, you got to be creative. You got to kind of fucking, you know,
figure it out.
All you. It's yeah. A lot of style fucking shit. Like, how do you want to do this? What's going to be your style? What's your take on it? Mm-hmm. You know, so.
What's your like area of expertise in the field?
Totally. Yeah. Which I just like Americana traditional tattooing shit. Simple dumbed down shit, much like my skating, you know, like
yeah, right.
like very simple foundation, but the tricks you do them well. Yeah, I think.
Did you miss being out of like the skating loophole for a while, or after so many years, was it like good to kind of take a break?
You know, I've always been out of the skating loophole.
Well, I mean, you know, in the summer seasons, you were traveling pretty much every summer, no? Like during the contest season?
Yeah, always traveling. But you know, it was like, fuck, dude. Like, even though like Stockwell would be my best homie and Julio, you know, because I'm always traveling with Julio, I was really kind of an independent person, you know, kind of on my own shit, like always flying out from Idaho to go meet up and kind of pick back up again. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, yeah. Hard to explain. I feel like,
it sounded like you had a thought there that you were trying to like somehow convey.
Yeah, a little bit, but I don't know. It's not really.
But I mean, because you did come down from the traveling a bit, right?
Oh, completely, absolutely. Yeah. I had to fucking focus on tattooing and like a career. You know, I was. Yeah. You know, when I started tattooing, like 32 years old, 30. Yeah. Just like pretty. Most people start when they're like 18, 19, 20, 21. It's pretty seldom like even people start in their 30s unless they have like a pretty, you know, gnarly art background and shit. Me, not so much, you know, I was just kind of fucking like, I need something, you know, I can't live off of like $1,000 a month for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
$2,000 a month, or, you know, skating's hard, man. You gotta like do a lot with nothing and
It's
feel good
really
about
hard.
it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's just like, and this isn't really even comparable, but because like when I was like in a band doing music, doing small little short West Coast tours, things or whatever, just like getting the perspective on like what it's like going on a skating tour versus like any other tour. Like, you know, you go on like a skating tour and you're just skating all day, you're getting beat up, there's no money, you know, there's no insurance here, and you're just like going really hard on yourself. Like you say, it's hard and there's not much kickback. And then like whatever, the comparing that to the music tour, there was make some money playing some shows, play like an hour out of the day. So even if like you're all tired, you get like the whole day to like hungover, whatever, you get like the whole day to like recover, and then you just do whatever. Skating is super demanding in its lifestyle, like what it is. You got to show up, you got to skate. It's tough on your body. You got to the traveling aspect, the not much income aspect of it. So yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, was it um cool to take a break from that, or was it like,
I mean, I'm still taking a break from it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's cool. It's nice, you know, not like having injuries all the time, and like, you know how it was, dude. You'd go on a trip and shit, and like maybe get injured first or second day, then you're just on tour for another like 2 weeks, all fucked up and like,
yeah, that sucks.
Bummed out, like, man, fuck. And then you feel bad because they like are paying for you to be there, but you're all fucked up, and
yeah,
you know, you're kind of hard on yourself about shit. It's really nice to like, I don't know, man. Like you're that person for so long, you know, like that skater Erik Bailey, and it's nice to just step away from it and just be like a normal person. You know what I mean?
I could totally relate to that. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I think we should open it up for questions soon, right, Austin?
Yeah, we're coming on the 2-hour mark.
We're coming at what?
The 2-hour mark.
Oh, no shit. Damn.
Yeah, that's what you said like an hour before. We're like, it's probably gonna go a little longer than that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go.
It just flies by like that.
Questions, man.
Yeah, before we do our questions, I want to do my quick spiel. Please follow us on all of our social media platforms. YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching now live, 201 people who are watching, please X out of the chat, hit the like button, come back to the chat.
Damn, 200
yeah, hit the
watching.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Instagram, give us a follow. Facebook, give us a like. We do have a Patreon. You can be a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And we have an iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating and a review. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Blank by Rollerblade. Check out Blank. We are going to be playing that video on a better stream moving forward next week. This is over. So because Zoom has been doing the choppy video, so we apologize. But shout out Blank. And thanks again to our guest, Erik Bailey. We're going to do some questions, but Austin, do you want to shout out the super chats?
Yes, we have a bunch of super chats in here. We forgot to mention to you too, I think, Erik. We get super chats throughout the episode and we split them with our guests. So you could pocket it, donate it somewhere, do whatever you want. Right now we have Alchemy Skate super chat. Have Habib07. He says, Brink Soul Skaters 2021, Blade Loud and Proud Homies, bless up. We have a super chat from Chris Edwards. He said, love you guys.
Nice.
Sean Michelson. He said, I'm offended. Growls are fire. Yeah, I don't know. He got probably got to get some new glasses or something like that. Biz Prime. He says, what is the Savannah? I cannot find the consensus online. That might have been like a micro conversation going on in the chat during our episode.
But that is a question.
Okay, I guess so. What is
that's a super chat question.
Okay. So, what is a Savannah?
What is a Savannah, Erik?
Oh, to me? Dude, I'm so one of those like politically incorrect guys who learned from magazines as they were coming out. But like I would say a true Savannah, you have to do 270 backside alley-oop unity, right?
That's what you would call true?
Or sorry, not true. Like just like
Alley-oop top one kind of?
270. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
That's a Savannah.
And a little extra, so it's 270. So that's a Savannah. But I still call like an alley-oop unity, or I don't know. I just call it a Savannah. I'm pretty politically incorrect. I'm sorry, everybody. But
I feel like every time
I agree with the first one. That's what I think.
I mean, that's what it is. The first one is
That's
the
what
real
I
way
think.
to say it, and
Yeah.
then I even fucked it up. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
That's
But I
it.
still call
270
it
backside alley-oop unity is a Savannah.
Yeah, but for some
You heard it
reason,
here
no.
first.
maybe not first, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's backside alley-oop unity.
Got on 8 in skating, so we'll just leave it and continue to shout out the rest of the super chats if you want to take it, Austin.
Yeah. Shout out Rob Scallon. The Watcher says, Bailey, you're the best. Miss your amazing style and tricks. Glad you're doing good. Hope to get a tattoo from you one day.
Come on down.
Come on down to Boise. Get yourself a tattoo from Bales. And also shout out to South Central Blade Club. Says, from the Shred to Your Dead 2 tour, which park would you like to go back to?
What park?
From the
I
Shred
really
to Your
like-
Dead 2.
What's that?
From the Shred to Your Dead 2 tour.
Oh, from 2? Whitefish, I'd say. I like Whitefish.
What park was that? Where was that?
I don't know. It was one of the last ones. Halfie does the like big 3 over the pretty basic box, but it's got the, I don't know, man. Kind of hard to explain. It's got the back vert wall like they all have, but this like curved piece of coping coming off of it. I think I do like a 270 back torque to sole, and then kind of through the corner, and it's got like little beaded slugs on the coping, so it makes the noise. Remember that. Some rock features, real nice bowl, concrete, just like all the others.
Those Northwest parks are all like huge ramps. It seems like so many parks in that tour were just like massive that only people like you guys could really kill, because skating big cement parks like that is scary as hell.
That's fun though once you get used to it.
Yeah, once you get used to it, it takes coming from the New
figure it out.
Yorker in me. Yeah, it definitely takes a long time to get used to that. I used to get so jealous of skating with all you guys, and like when I used to go to the Bay Area all the time for the Empire days, everybody used to kill those cement parks, and I was like, what do I do?
You'll see Piers, right? There's some bigger
Kinda,
there.
Yeah, it's like the only one.
That came later. That came way.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first one was Owl's Head, but but that was like pretty low transition. Anyway, not making excuses as New Yorkers, which we normally do, but we should get into some of these questions.
Yeah,
right?
what do you got?
Okay, well, before we get into this question, Be Free says, tell him my polo hat matched my polo socks.
Ah, nice.
If you wanted to share that. That might be an inside.
Be Free, yeah.
Jacob Pauly says, Eric, what's your favorite tattoo you've done or got on you?
Fuck, I don't know, man. That's a pretty hard question. I like a lot of them. I like all the new ones I do. That's pretty hard question to answer. Like the ones my friends do, and I'm hanging out with my friends and I get a tattoo them. Or
what about on you?
What's that?
What about on you? Yeah.
I don't know. Probably the ones Kyler did on me.
There you go. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I guess I got this lined up. So
yeah, my bad.
Eric, what is your favorite memory or greatest accomplishment in your blade career?
By Shawn Michelson.
By Shawn Michelson.
Shawn Michelson. Dude, honestly, probably like maybe winning Hoedown for some reason. Like that was always like a special contest to me. And I think just like the place and time. And with Valo, it was like when I just really started winning all this stuff. And Julio was like remember we would like update, or we'd basically make an edit or like a best trick kind of fucking montage for every contest. And we would try to put it out immediately after the contest, the night of, and kind of as we were getting the ball rolling on that. that felt really good. You know, I think we
Yeah.
were both just like so hyped, like, you know, it felt like Valo was like fucking gonna do something.
So that
Some of the premieres, like the Valo 1 premiere, like hanging out with P. Len because he edited that, and his dad was there, Dick Lennon, rest in peace, and fucking my buddy Danny was there for that. Rest in peace. Yeah, fuck, that was cool.
Yeah.
There's so many though, like so fucking many, and that's why you stay in the game forever, because all that good shit.
I remember that year you were absolutely just like winning everything.
Yeah.
The bitter cold, and that one at Hoedown, we just 3 sweated the wall the hard way, which is just insane. Yeah, it was just you crushed it that year, man. That was awesome. We had that. I think I just posted a photo of it, like the one you won, and it was like, you know, Soichiro, Haffy, and Jeff, and someone else. But yeah, I actually posted a photo from that recently because I think I got best trick at that. You won it and I got best trick. Yeah, it's cool. Not to, you know, throw myself in the mix, but you know, it's just what happened. But okay, so the watcher says, which one of your parts do you like the most after these years?
Oh, I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. Dude, it sounds really weird, but I don't really like love any of them. They're all like pretty good. Like, oh, I fucking like how I did this and that, and kind of like, but I don't know. Next question.
I love the stuff
Skip
you do
that
with
one?
Pat, though. I love.
No, it's like, so how do you answer that? You know, do you have a favorite part, Bill?
I probably like, I have one. Yep.
The chats and stuff.
No, probably like the one with the SSM was probably my favorite. Or I don't know. Yeah, I guess
that's good because that's your last, second to last.
Second to last, yeah.
Well, because like a lot of my old shit, I wish it was filmed way better. And then the newer shit, you're kind of like, you know what I mean? Like
a lot of my older stuff, I wish I was like dressed differently, you know?
Yeah, that too, probably. I think
I didn't go
that takes
too
away
far
from the
off
essence.
Yeah, I didn't go too far off like the reserve with some of that style, but like some of it, I'm just like, some of the tricks. I wish I could have redid that, but whatever.
Yeah,
I like that though. It shows us with the times.
Sure. Yeah. No, it was actually
there's
a great
time. A couple of fucking clips of me and Valo 1, like in a fucking neon teal shirt with some neon, like just like the fuck?
Right.
Right. Like kind of. Yeah. But whatever.
All right. Austin, you got this one from Montgomery Monsters?
Yeah. Montgomery Monsters says, Eric, do you ever talk to Pat Lennon?
I do. Quite a bit. I haven't talked to him in a couple months, but yeah, we're home dogs still. And fucking Montgomery Monsters, dude. Those guys are killing it. I've been keeping that's like the skating I follow. like you know, posting shit.
All the classic reposts.
I don't know who it is, except it's obviously from Alabama, but
yeah, I'm not sure who it is either. It's yeah.
But I like all that shit.
I think I know who it is.
They're like pretty smart about all the shit they dig up.
Damn, Montgomery Monsters, you got a fan over here.
Yeah.
Got a few fans, but
any notable Montreal Classic memories?
From Ian Hutchinson.
Shit.
Sorry about that.
I love Montreal. I mean, obviously the one I've talked about where the girl called me out.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Fuck, the contests there were great. Honestly, Nicky Adams, dude, he was getting buck one year, fucking jumping off the vert ramp and do a little bank. For some reason, that stands out. Yeah.
Wow, Nicky.
Yeah, he was wild, man.
We got a new super chat coming in real quick from Kirill Brainin. Says, let's finish this stomach and let's get on that secret project. Smiley face.
Oh, nice. Tattoo.
So I guess we can't talk about the secret project.
Okay. This is, I'm just scrolling past this one. This is funny. Who won in the fight between you and Matt Moya? You guys fought? What happened?
Oh, I think Matt Moya beat my ass. I don't know. This is fucked some of that shit back in the day.
What happened?
Oh no, we're just fucking around. It was
Okay.
more like a play fight, but then it got serious, and then I don't know, junior high shit. Like I think I was probably fucking a kid, dude, 14, 15, fighting in a hotel room.
Classic.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So moving on. Next question. We have Pete Griscu. He asks, "Do you skate on a regular weekly basis, and would you go on a skate tour again someday?"
Not on a weekly basis, no. Especially if it's cold. It's
Yeah, not now.
This my buddy Ben Graham taught me this rule: just you don't skate if it's colder than your age. Then 37 degrees or cooler for
40 is still pretty cold, though.
Yeah. I'm not 40 yet.
I'm just saying, like above,
Yeah,
like that's still
yeah. But I just
38 still cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's warmer out, do you skate?
Yeah,
on the
no,
weekend?
I probably haven't skated in a month, but I was skating a little bit. I work right next to the skate park, but it's under a bridge and really fucking cold also. I'm more of a skiing guy during the winter. I've been getting into skiing lately. It's my first real season skiing. I've snowboarded like 25 years, but yeah, that's pretty fun.
Getting into skiing, huh?
Yeah.
Would you go on a skate tour again someday?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot that part. Yeah, of course I would. I mean, absolutely.
Would you prefer?
Pay for it?
What was that?
I said, is he going to pay for it?
Are you going to sponsor this, Pete?
Yeah.
Peter, would you go on like would you be down for more like probably like a shred to your dead tour type of thing, or like a Europe tour kind of thing?
I mean, yeah, both of those sound really cool.
Mm.
Do you make it all about skating like I did when I was younger? Probably not.
Yeah.
Make it a half skate tour, but yeah.
Or some camping in there.
Tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody want tatted up in Europe? If I can do this.
It's tight.
You should do a tattoo skate tour like that. You can make some money while you're on tour by that.
I know, right?
That's the way to do it.
A lot of people will come out to get tattooed by Bales.
Yeah. Yeah, Amsterdam, Belgium.
There you go.
Copenhagen.
There you go. Make some money on tour.
Mark, Sweden. Let's go.
Steve Steinmetz says, favorite photo Shooty or Busta took of you for DB. Cheers from San Diego.
Damn. Probably the pud slide, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Unfortunately, but Shooty took a lot of my, like, so many of my favorites. But some of those are in rejects and shit too. But that Busta pud slide, like, I don't know.
Is that the one in on that green drop rail you're talking about?
Oh, it was before that. I'm wearing like white Louis Zamoras in a.
Oh yeah,
it was in Brooklyn, San Diego.
Remix Dinah shirt on, yeah.
Brooklyn High School, yeah.
And I'm like stood up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was a super sick photo.
Was a classic one.
Fish eye from the bottom. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have
a couple more super chats.
Oh, we have more super chats coming in. Okay, hang on. Aaron Schultz, have you ever had to talk somebody out of getting a tattoo?
Yeah, for sure.
What was that like?
Face tattoo. I mean, all the time, or placement, and I don't know.
Even if it's money for you, you just talk him out of it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no face, hands, certain shit. Yeah.
What do you mean, policeman?
Oh, no. That's not what I said. Face, hands, or
sorry,
certain shit.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm mumbling. Sorry.
Do you not
gotta tell people no to their face? People come in like,
or like
no,
if
I
you
want my face.
Swastika, like I'm not doing a swastika. Like,
Has someone asked?
Yeah. Some dude. He didn't even make it in the shop though. We were just kind of like standing out in front of the shop before we opened. Yeah, like fucking asking how much it would cost, and it's like, yeah, dude.
Damn. So you do you not do face tattoos, or just only certain face tattoos?
I mean, I probably shouldn't do face tattoos. I've done a couple of face tattoos, and like one I definitely regret, probably on the kid. But I made like his buddy was paying for it. He had to wait a month to do it, and yeah, I probably shouldn't have done it. And then the other dude, I fucking tattooed his face, and he was just this kind of deadbeat dude dating a stripper who was visiting from Portland. And, yeah, here you go, dude.
Hey, but why should you feel bad?
Oh,
Why
my
should you feel
God.
bad? Let them regret it, not you.
Well, I don't know. You can see who's like just having a bad day or maybe a little mentally fucking not there, and they don't need that shit. And
Okay,
yeah,
I see that.
it's like, why? Yeah. I mean, what? So I can make like $100, $150
To ruin
'Cause
someone's
you
life.
wouldn't want like, something that's nothing. It's going to take you a minute or two, It's, yeah, like you said, yeah, it puts money in my pocket, but
It potentially ruins somebody's life.
it could potential.
Yeah.
Then you got to sleep
Well,
it.
he had a month, so that is fair.
Mm-hmm. That
Well,
kid was kind of a different story.
Well, we got, I think, one more super chat,
Yeah.
and this might be the last question. We've, by the way, really enjoyed this talk with you. Have you enjoyed this?
I've really enjoyed this. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't do shit like this too often,
It's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I want to FaceTime you more after this.
Yeah, just say what up.
Yeah, have a beer like come February 1st.
I know, dude. I miss you.
Yeah, man.
We don't see each other anymore. It's
been a while.
I know.
But we got technology, so this is okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm into this Zoom thing. I've been keeping up with the homies, Crob, McGovern, Other Thomas, Mark, Swan, all the boys, dude.
I got to get in on those calls.
Get in on it, dude. It's good for you.
So the last question, I read another question that's pretty funny, but the last question we're going to take is by Jason Reno. And he says, have you ever been buzzed in Moab?
Oh, yes, dude. We went to Moab a few months ago, October, dude. I got shit canned one night. This fucking kid, Jet's son, I didn't realize fucking
Jet's son?
This kid Jet who skates out there.
Oh, Jet, okay.
His son, and he was kind of like just giving us beers, like, "Oh, you need another beer? You need another beer?" So I wouldn't even have to fucking get up, and this kid would just deliver these double IPAs. But at the time, I had I think some of them were like triple IPAs, and just some like fucking
creepers,
heavy beers, dude.
Yeah.
And we're in the desert, like fucking hanging out, drinking all day, and I got pretty fucking shit canned. I couldn't even like walk to take a piss, dude. I just like Tori was there, and Tori had to like drag me, like, "We got you, dude." He's just fucking dying laughing the whole time. I don't know, but yeah.
So the answer is yeah.
Basically, just got
the answer is yes.
Reno was there. He knows what's up, dude. He doesn't even have to ask.
Rain is the instigator when it comes to alcohol. We got a couple more super chats that just came in now. Cheryl Michelson said, on a scale from 1 to 10, how relaxed have you been through this interview?
How relaxed do I look, dude?
Fucking
I had
lounging.
a long day at work, dude. All I can do is sit back. I'm at home chilling.
And Kirill Brainan says, Bales, are you coming to Havasu?
I don't know. I mean, tell me, text me. No, I guess so.
That's cool, man. I might go. Austin might go.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Havasu. Do you know anything I don't?
They do like a annual weekend trip there. Blade Havasu. I think it's the last weekend in February. Yeah. Super sick park.
That's like shit I don't know. I see all this shit like, weeks later. I'm not really hip to the internet it's, I'm way out here in Idaho.
Yeah.
You don't get internet out there.
No, the smoke signals take a while.
Well, this has been Great. Like,
That's it, huh?
I mean,
You did it.
what else do you want to say? Let's
Fucking
hear
A.
it. Let's
I
hear
think
it.
that's it.
You have the
No,
you have the floor right now.
I think that covers it, dude. No, I mean, we've been chatting this shit for hours.
Yeah, it's
really
been
nice.
2 hours, 20 minutes.
Fucking A.
Hell yeah. This has been awesome though. It's great for people to hear from you again because it's been a while since people have heard from you, seen your face, and I think everyone's been thoroughly enjoying this.
I miss everybody. I gotta such a small, tight knit, rad community, huh? What's the last event you went to?
I mean, there
Me,
hasn't been any
powwow.
events in a while. Yeah.
Powwow.
I mean, just to keep this conversation going, because I saw Winter Clashes going on this year, right?
Well, it's a virtual Winter Clash.
Oh, okay. So see, that's how.
I don't think there's any like actual events like that
Damn.
set in stone yet.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of, we're actually doing a
Talk about what?
podcast next week on Wednesday with Yo-Yo to talk about everything for Winter Clash this year.
Ah,
So,
Nice.
you know what? If you're
Good segue.
watching right now, tune in next Wednesday because we're going to be having Yo-Yo on and we're going to go through all of the new events and how Winter Clash is going to be updated for 2021.
Damn,
So,
no
yeah.
shit. They got an old man competition. I might have to.
Probably.
I don't know. There's gonna be all kind of fun stuff. I would imagine it's gonna be very creative. So I'm looking forward to hearing that, and
That sounds awesome. I love
Yeah.
Yoga. That's gonna
Yes.
be great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool.
Nice.
All right.
All right, guys, dude. Well, I love this fucking whole thing.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us for 2 hours and 20 minutes, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. We did it. All right, guys.
Love you, man.
Yep. Love you too.
Peace.
Austin, Bill. We'll see you.
Later. Good seeing you, everyone.